What's good, Omni Gang, or Omni Scales Gang? If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. The tools will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, man. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy and everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. Once again, that's Anchor, ANCHOR.fm. See you out there. What's up with you, baby? Coming to you live. And when I say baby, I mean the world. Don't get that misconstrued. But yeah, what's good, everyone? Coming to you live from the fitness center. Winding down my last few minutes on the Vision Fitness exercise bike or exercise cycle, whatever they call these things. I realized that all of November, I don't think I dropped a podcast episode. I think the last one I dropped was October 2nd. I realized you have over 80,000 seconds in the day of each day of November, including Thanksgiving and a recent passing of an uncle of mine before Thanksgiving. But I'm doing a lot better now. I'm dealing with another death in the family on my significant other side, other family, and they're going through a loss similar to mine. So, it's a little bit overwhelming to me. But at the same time, man, life has to go on. Life has to continue. You definitely have to grieve. You definitely have to show a ton of empathy, even when you're going through your own situations and when you go through situations with other folks that you like to support, and just show them a ton of kindness and gratitude to, still be alive, still have those relationships with those folks that you surround yourself with, or that many folks surround themselves with you. We all cannot forget that we are one piece of someone else's circle that we let into ours. And of course, they are integral pieces to our circle that we let into our circle. Or that we are integral pieces that they let into their circle, and they're integral pieces that we let into our circle. But not to confuse anybody this morning, I would say that it's uncharacteristic that I went the whole month of November without dropping a podcast episode. As I said before, when I've, kind of slacked off on it, I'm going to get and be a hell of a lot better when it comes down to it. I appreciate any and everyone that has listened. I now have over 1.7 thousand listens, views, however Anchor.com or Anchor.fm categorizes it. And, first of all, also, I'd like to give a big thank you and show a ton of gratitude to Anchor, who distributes my podcast, which is only audio at this point, out into like many different platforms. I think I'm at least on 7 or 8 platforms. But I think that's super cool to, to have a hub where you can be distributed and not have to, upload it to different places. Because it would be almost a crying shame to record it 7, 8 different times and get it across to the different platforms that you have your content on. But once again, I'm very grateful to be alive. I'm very grateful to have had a great Thanksgiving. I'm very grateful to have had the life I've had thus far. I feel like there are bigger, better things to come. I want to keep on networking. I would like to continue to just keep practicing a lot of different things. I'm reading at 12 and a half right now. My significant other actually bought me 12 and a half. And I think that's pretty cool. And, I plan on giving it away online or wherever, somewhere. Just to pass the message forward.
Exercise ring closed.
I appreciate that. But I still have another minute and 36 seconds plus the podcast I'm doing live now. So thank you, Siri. Yeah, man, I want to, just continue to give back to people that are giving to me, and even people that haven't given anything to me. but I really appreciated getting 12 and a half. I'm still reading it. I believe I'm on Tenacity or Conviction. I know I've read Conviction, but I think I'm on Tenacity right now, where in one part of the book, Gary goes through different scenarios and what he would do or feel like we should do, or I guess he gives his expert opinion on that, which is pretty cool. I skimmed through the Ask Gary V book, which I really want to get, but I want to read them in the order that they came out. So after I read 12 and a half and then pass it on to someone else, I don't know what I'm going to do, give it away on Twitter, Instagram, somewhere. But I'm probably more than likely going to pass this book on to someone else. And then when I'm fiscally able, I'm going to buy the first book. Excuse me. But speaking of Ask Gary V, I really like the fact that he has a lot of things. People have actually asked him and his reply to those things. And I think that's super duper 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 cool. Getting back to the current, I believe I'm going to get the, what's that? I'm going to get the audio version of 12 and a half as well, because I want to, hear Gary go through it. I wish I could hear the outtakes of where he messed up, but I don't think he messes up much. But I think that would be pretty cool. Great workout. All right, cool. The stationary bike is done. So I'm going to get off this, sanitize it, wipe it down, and continue with what I was saying here. I definitely wanted to get the audio version of the book, because I think that's it'd just be pretty cool just to hear him deliver it in the audio standard that I'm usually accustomed to listening to, because I listen to his audio experience on Apple Podcasts. And speaking of Apple Podcasts, I feel like Apple Podcasts should update the app to where I can make a playlist of episodes that I want to listen to through different podcasts, different shows and all that stuff, and to keep it queued up, no matter if I'm going from the car to the gym, from my headphones to listening to the podcast on the speaker of the iPhone itself. I think it should be able to keep it queued up and not lose where I was. If I say play next or play last, or if I make a play now playlist is where I have a current playlist going. I think the Apple podcast should be able to keep that queued up. I've been getting really frustrated when I want to go to the beginning of, that's for example, the Gary V audio experience, where I queue up different podcasts from different months, different years, and maybe if I go from the car and I stop listening, or I hit pause on the headphones and want to plug it into the car, the whole playlist clears. And I think it might go back up to the current stuff that I'm listening to, which I really don't like. It would be nice, Apple, if you can hear this, Apple Podcasts, please update so that when you queue up a playlist, no matter what episodes you're playing from different shows or wherever it may be at, please allow those playlists stay active instead of automatically clearing through whatever algorithm you have. That's very annoying, especially when you're trying to learn something, or you're trying to, familiarize yourself with a specific topic or some kind of subject matter that you are searching for or looking for. I would really, really appreciate that. But hold on here. Let me stop this here. But yeah, I would definitely appreciate that. All right, I'm just gonna get really random here, stay random. For my indoor cycle, my open goal, I rode for 23 minutes and 5 seconds. I burned 152 active calories. Total calories were 210. My heart rate was average at 109 BPM, beats per minute, in a range of 91 to 131 beats per minute. And of course, today is December 1st, 2021. I know I say that at the top of every episode. I started but I'll work on that and continue to do that. But started the workout at December 1st, 2021, 8:43 a.m. to 9:07 a.m. I really like that. I really hadn't paid much attention to the timestamp where it tells you when you start your workout on your Apple Watch or whatever, and when you finish it. I think that's super duper cool. And then they have the weather under it, which is 39 degrees in my location, 74 degree humidity. But yeah, man, It is currently 9:08. As you can tell, I'm done with my complete workout for the day. But yeah, man, I'm very grateful, very happy, and I'm very thankful to. Oh, cool. Yes, definitely achieve those goals. But come on, not looking for the microphone to open. Right. But yeah, man, just super grateful, man. Like I said, it's the first month of December. Uh, Winters and 20 more days. It starts officially, but we've been getting a good little preview of what it's gonna bring us. I am most definitely not looking forward to it getting super cold, but at the same time, I do want to start wearing pants. I've been wearing pants, but in the summertime, the job I have, I do a lot of driving, so it's cool for me to wear shorts or actually whatever I want. I could come in a full suit if I really wanted to. But yeah, man, just super happy, super grateful to be alive, to be employed, to be able to pay bills. I'm very grateful to have somewhere to live. I'm very grateful to be around better neighbors because the last two places I lived. What is that? I'm done with that workout. The bike's over here beeping. Okay, it just reset itself. Okay, cool. But yeah, man. The last place I lived, I had different type of neighbors, and I keep to myself. So what I'm saying, I can understand how certain people feel a certain kind of way, no matter what they're going through. I don't know. I try to be empathetic the whole time, which I was. I felt like people feel a certain way where not necessarily that they feel like you're doing better than them, but they might be going through something, some hurt, some pain, or something going on, and you just look different, you just act different, you carry yourself different. You know what I'm saying? But in the environments I grew up in, it was kind of always best. We're really always best to mind your business. Don't really. I ain't gonna say don't speak to nobody, but mind your business. I just chose myself not to speak to nobody. You know what I'm saying? They ain't say nothing to me first, or like hello, or how are you? I can't lie to you. There were like a certain amount of folks that were really cordial, say hello, this, that, and the third, and just a lot of people that I didn't know. Um, but I'm happy to have moved on from those places, and I'm in a better environment. Where I live at now has a fitness center, and all that good stuff, and I can't complain. Very, very happy, very grateful for the fitness center. I could just walk to it. I don't have to worry about, catching the bus, which is fine, or walking, which is fine, which probably would help me a lot more in my fitness goals. But, I feel like I do enough within the fitness center to, alleviate that if I did have to walk, you know what I'm saying? Because I hit the treadmill or the stationary bike. As soon as I get in the gym and before I leave, I hit one of those two things. I have to, to get my heart rate up, burn these active calories, keep it pushing, keep it rocking, keep it rolling. That's just. I feel like as much as people get up in the morning, eat, and work and do different things, jump into escapism with no judgment from me, watching TV, different things, going places, doing different activities. I want to make the gym an extension of my life, myself. Being inside it, and I'm not doing it to be cool. I'm not doing it for kudos. I'm not doing it to impress anybody, but I am doing it in a way to further my career because I would like to become a fitness model. I would like to never ever have to clock into another job again, which it might be a little shallow, might be a little callous or whatever, but I don't know, man. I feel like this is better stuff destined for me. I can't really breathe working a job every day. I mean, but it has taught me how to be on a schedule and always be prompt and on time. And if you can't make it or you're running late, let people know ahead of time as soon as you know that you won't be able to make it. But I feel like there's better stuff out here for me, man. Traveling, speaking to people, getting to know folks better. I haven't always been a photogenic person, but I think it would be really cool to, excuse me, I think it would be really cool to, take photos, do the fitness thing. I always wanted to, instead of buying shoes when I went on websites, they show a lot more of the catalog type models where they're modeling the new shoes that come out, where it went from print publications and advertising mail that comes through your mailbox to like being on the websites themselves. I remember when you could only look at the shoes, you couldn't see anybody in them, you couldn't see them, flexing the foot part where your foot bends at, and showing you the heel of it. You couldn't see any of that kind of stuff, and I want to do that stuff. I don't care what it pays. I don't care if it pays $1 an hour. I would love to get paid to wear different shoes from different brands, and just do that. Travel. I don't care about the hotels. I don't care about what kind of food I have to eat, what kind of diets I got to get on. You know, I'm just ready to go get it, man. Go do it. I'm still, I guess, trying to figure out how I can get into that. I understand you need to have an agency behind you, this, that, and the third, and you know what I'm saying. And that's cool and all that, but maybe I should just start doing the things I see on the catalog sites or on the brand sites themselves, where the models have the different shoes on, all that good stuff. Just do it with the shoes I already own. I think that'd be super cool. Take some photos and just do different stuff like that. I think I could actually kind of train myself to get into it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Train and actually do it without doing it. But I'm really looking forward to a lot of that stuff too, and different stuff. Maybe some speaking engagements. I feel like I'm a really, really good public speaker. I like to riff a lot. Sometimes I might go off into random things, but I can definitely stick to a subject when I'm speaking in front of folks and all that good stuff. The reason I know I could do that is because I worked at a concert checking drinks on the floor. I think it was like at least 20 to 40,000 folks. And while the whole rock concert was going, I don't know if it was like rock, hard rock, but it was like, a concert or whatever with like instruments and musicians. And, for a lot of that time, I was standing there on the floor, on the side, just looking around at the crowd, paying attention to what people were doing, and, just getting the vibe and the energy of the place. And that really felt really good. And I was like pretending that some of those folks, if not all, I was pretending that they were looking at me and I was there to do or say something. Just getting myself prepared for, being seen, not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid to be heard, not caring about people's opinions of me. Just training myself consistently and staying on point and really liking and loving and learning what I want to do with myself and, how to be in the moment and appreciative of anybody that gives me their attention, because that's all we're all fighting for. We're not fighting for sales. We're not fighting for who's the best company. We're not fighting for who has the most money or who can obtain the most money. We're fighting for all the attention in the world, because before you can sell anyone anything, before you can do anything for anyone, before you can help anyone with anything, before you can tell anyone anything, you need attention. And I learned that. You need attention. That's the world we're in now. It's a social media, digital age where you need attention to get a point, any point you're trying to get across, and any message you're trying to spread. And as I said before, I've seen and learned from other folks that you can take a negative approach in life and negative things will happen to you or around you. Or you can take a positive approach in life and positive things will happen to you or around you. So, I, with my own free will, chose to do positive things, to be a positive person, to get more into the spirit of enjoying, knowing about people, asking people what I can do for them, and spreading positivity, man. I've always liked to meet people, even when I was a little bit shyer and didn't think I really deserved to be around. Even when I didn't think I deserved to be in certain places, and in the downtown areas of cities I went to, even when I didn't think I was good enough for a lot of things, even people, I still wanted to meet folks. I still wanted to talk, and if someone spoke to me, we could have a 30-minute to an hour-long conversation. A lot of people think that I'm a quiet person, I'm reserved, I'm shy, this, that, and the third, but I'm actually not once you start talking to me. I've learned to approach folks myself as well. So, it's not always I'm quiet, I ain't saying anything because ain't nobody speaking to me. Sometimes I might be thinking or listening before I engage into like the conversation and stuff like that. But, I appreciate anybody that listens to this podcast, even if you don't, even if somebody told you, oh man, this is the best podcast ever, you should listen to it, and you just giving me a listen. I appreciate you. I thank you, but you didn't have to take time to listen to your friend, your parent, your mother, a colleague, or a social media post you saw come down your screen, an ad, or wherever you found this at. You did not have to listen. And you know that. I know that as well. And, I'd like to thank you anyway. I'd like to show gratitude and just stay on the lookout for me, man. If you can, if you can't, that's cool. If this is the first and only time you ever listen to this podcast, and you are at an event somewhere 5 to 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, and you hear my voice and you recognize it, please, 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 please come up to me, say hello, and tell me about this video. Tell me that you heard me on a podcast, telling me that I thanked you for listening, and you really didn't listen ever again. And now you're gonna come back and listen because you heard this. I appreciate it, man. I'm all about legacy. I'm all about building. I'm all about the macro. I'm all about the long-term game, man. The longevity. I'm all about it. I'm about it, man. So in the future, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, 40 years, 50 years from now, and when I'm 80, man, hit me up, man. Just come talk to me. Just come hit me up. Just say, hey, man. Hey, CD Scales. Hey, CDSX Caliber. Your social handles. Hey, man, I heard your podcast years ago, decades ago, and your voice is still as unique as it was then. Like Morgan Freeman, for example. You cannot go anywhere and not know who that is. You can come up from underwater from 10 years with scuba diving gear that automatically refreshes with the oxygen in the water itself, and could know who he is. But yeah, man, I'm all about building brand, building legacy, building relationships, and staying on that positive tip. Because I know a lot of good things that come from it, and I'm not just trying to be a positive person to try to gain anything or get a leg up on anybody or prove that I'm better than anybody or prove to my constituents that I'm better than whatever a negative person said about me. I've learned, man, it ain't about proving nothing to nobody else. It's about proving it to yourself and, doubling down on your strengths. But also at the same time, it's cool to work on your weaknesses. Don't just work on your weaknesses and be only concerned about that. Work on your strengths. Triple down on them strengths, actually. Triple down on your strengths and work on your weaknesses as well. But spend more time on your strengths and what you're good at. I learned that, and, I'm passing that on to anybody that's listening right now that just happened to turn this on and was like, I'm the Scales podcast. What in the world? CD Scales. What? What's his real name? Because, I only said that because, a lot of people growing up had a hard time saying my government name, but it's Krishan. I don't know what's so hard about that. It's Chris Sean, 2 syllables. But, yeah, man. Just, if anything I can do to help anybody, I'm very happy that's what that is. Because I'm not expecting anything to come from it. I'm not expecting to need something in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you come up and say, yo, bro, I heard what you were saying on your podcast. I only listened once. But and I'm very grateful for that, by the way. But I got this for you, or this opportunity, or did you get into the shoe thing? Did you get into the modeling thing? Did you stay on point with your fitness? I see you looking, how you looking now, which could be good or bad in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows? I know somebody at Nike, or I know somebody at Adidas. They got a new fitness line out. Would you still be interested in that? How you been doing that? What are you doing with yourself right now? Want to go to dinner? Want to grab some wine? Want to get some food? Which I'm always up for. I like wine, in all wine actually, and I like food. So if you come at me in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, talking about you have some business for me or something I can do for you, asking me something, and I have time for it. We can do wine, dinner, whatever. Shoot hoops. I think I'm never gonna not like to shoot hoops. Throw the pigskin around, throw the football around, kick the football around. In European terms, the real version of football, FUTBOL, that football, I'm really good at that too. So if you really think your soccer skills or your football skills is on point, you should contact me on social media. Whichever handle you find, contact me and we can shoot it out. Soccer, football wise. That's what I mean. But yeah, man, I'm all about opportunities, seizing opportunities. I'm all about creating opportunities. Like I said, I'm all about legacy. I'm all about growth. But when it happens, it happens. I'm not trying to rush anything. And once again, I really appreciate everybody listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're an active listener, if you subscribe to one of these platforms and you're just waiting for something else to drop, the time is now. It has officially dropped. Thank you once again. It's the first month of December, guys. The first month of December. I appreciate you spending the first day of the month with me early in the morning as I've clearly finished my workout session. No trainers, just me. But yeah, treadmill. I did the leg machine here on the Batka fitness system. I don't even know what the leg thing is. It's where you sit down and you're kind of inclined. And you push up on a bar with your feet, only your legs. I guess it strengthens your knees, calves, thighs, and all that good stuff. But yeah, did that. Then I went back to the stationary bike. This is where I started recording the podcast for my last 5-6 minutes up until now. But yeah, man, once again, thank you. I'm continuously working on my empathy. I'm continuously working on my self-awareness. I'm continuously working on my patience. I probably should definitely keep that in there too, in the mix. Definitely. If that's not the thing, the most important thing to have, one of them, empathy, my self-awareness, patience, my tenacity, staying true to my convictions, staying true to being able to change my mind. That's not a weakness. Staying true to being kind, because that's not a weakness. It's a soft skill, but it's a very powerful skill to have, especially when you care about legacy and longevity and all that great stuff. Once again, man, thank y'all for listening. I appreciate you. If there's anything I can do to help you, man, you can always come holler at me, hit me up on socials. I'm in the servitude business, man, helping other folks any way I can with advice, and hopefully even my time someday. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. 12 and a half book, go get it if you don't got it. Matter of fact, 12 and a half book audio book, go get it if you don't have it. As soon as I finish the regular 12 and a half book, I'm going to get the audio book. But yeah, man, 12 and a half. I'm reading that currently. I'm not really a well-read person, but I do read a little bit. I'm sort of like a half-read person, not a well-read person. So I do like to read. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get more into these audiobooks, man, as technology continues to evolve. Because I already listened to the Gary Vee audio experience, which, the book is by him, of course, the 12 and a half book. And that's just been my thing, man. When I'm not working, when I got downtime, when nobody's talking to me on the job, 7 days a week, even off the job, I'm listening to that in my ear or in the car. Audio is my thing, man. That's my way to go. So I think audiobooks would definitely be good for me and super duper cool and all that great stuff, man. Yeah. 12 and a half book, man. Go get it. And I will also be giving mine away on social media. I don't know exactly when I'm going to finish it, but I'm probably going to go read some more today. But the Gary Vee audio experience, listen to the podcast on Apple Music. Also listen to my podcast, if you don't mind. The Omni Scales podcast, subscribe up, leave a comment, hit me up. If they have a review section on whichever platform you choose to consume this on, leave me a comment, leave me a review. I'm gonna start shouting those out, and I'm gonna read exactly what you say. I'm gonna pick a few of those and do like the Gary Vee audio experience, man, just to show a little bit more gratitude and maybe get some people some awareness and just spread the love, man, spread the positivity. because I think we all should win. With the trillions of dollars on this earth, I think we all should win. Whether you're doing whatever you love to do or whatever you have to do. I lean more into the kindness and the happiness aspect of loving what you do. But if you're doing what you have to do, man, maintain. Listen to Gary V, and try to figure out a way to go do what you happy doing, and hopefully that pays you, more than what you have to do on your regular job. That's what I'm trying to get to, man. I'm not ungrateful to have a job, but I want to do big things, man. Start some companies. You know, become an entrepreneur. Not just because it's cool, but because I feel like I can do things that I see done. All I have to do is, just be myself, of course. Continue to be kind and with no expectations. And just keep pushing self-awareness and just keep pushing for awareness. Period. But yeah, man, thank y'all for listening to the On the Scales podcast. Also, again, check out the Gary Vee audio experience, which is giving me tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of knowledge. But also go get the 12 and a half book. Go get the Ask Gary Vee book. Go get the Crushing It book. Go get the Jab Jab Right Hook book. Go get one of the other ones. There's probably one I'm missing. But go get that too. Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, Vayner Media, Vayner Talent. Wait, hold up. Let me take a sip of this drink real quick. Give me 3 seconds, guys. 3 seconds. All right. Vayner Talent, what's good? Team Gary V, what's good? Vayner Media, what's good? I would love to be represented by Vayner Talent. I directly tweeted Nike on Twitter. I asked them, how can I become one of your models that model your shoes on your website? In the video content and the photos. They told me in a DM, Nike, the swoosh, the check company, said, you need to have an agency. And they referred me to I don't know if they referred me to an exact agency or whatever they said. But we get our models from agencies, the different things like that of that sort, that nature. I appreciate Nike for reaching back out to me because they didn't have to do that. Of course, having me on, and of course me working on my physical fitness and all that good stuff and modeling shoes. Once I'm able to do it, which is one of my goals as of now, it could change. But I think that would be tremendous for them. Of course, it'll drive up sales, having people that actually model your stuff, which probably comes down a dozen to them, but at the same time, I have a lot of tenacity, work ethic, and conviction for 5 to 6 people. Not anybody specifically. I'm just saying for 5 people. Period. I have all that and more. I would love to be repped by Vayner Talent, and of course, I know. I think it's like $30,000 to get in the door, $25,000-$30,000 to get into Vayner Talent's door to be repped by them. And I'm sure they have relationships with Nike, and they could help me get to Nike and many other places. Because I want to do Adidas too. I want to do like something with Timberland boots. I would love to do something with Spurry. I would love to do something with who else do I have in my closet right now? Do something with Vans. I love Vans. I would love to do something with Converse for sure. I would love to do something with a lot of these companies, man. Even clothing, apparel for sure. For sure, clothing. Like activewear, dry fit, clothing, and all that good stuff, man. Definitely want to get back next to, not back next to him, but I definitely would like to get next to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I just bought his Project Rock 4s, his fourth line of shoes in his Project Rock series. Under Armour for sure. I got some of their clothing. I want to get in touch with all these brands, man, and be repped and hit these goals that I have for myself and just continue to build myself, my body, my mind, and all my soft skills and hard skills too. But just build that in myself. I feel like I can do it. I know I can, especially with Vayner Talent's help. Vayner Talent, holla at me. I'm gonna tweet y'all this exact message in just a second here. I should just go ahead and do it now, because I think I can still record on the podcast while I'm tweeting. Vayner Talent, I can't wait to be repped by you. I would love to be repped by you. And of course, I know I got to get the money up first, to come in, the entry fee or whatever. I don't know what the retainer is, but hey, we can get to it. Once the contracts and stuff start coming in, start getting signed, and the business start getting booked, the business start getting booked. We can get to it, get it rocking, get it popping, get it going. And, I can inspire somebody else. Like all these people inspire me. But thank you all for listening once again. I know I'm long-winded sometimes and I riff, but that's just me, man. That's the reason why you listen to the I'm the Skills Podcast. The I'm the Skills Podcast. Thank you and good night. Seriously though, thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Leave a review. Like, subscribe up. Thank you. I appreciate you. But review me though. Review this. Review this episode. Tell me what you liked about it, what you didn't like. Tweet me. Hit me up on socials. Hit me up. Go. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Go.